Hello, welcome to Lore Master's Lair. I'm your Lore Master, here today for a special episode. We have War of the Immortals and Divine Mysteries both released. So now that we have a good idea of the Fallen and the Forgotten, let's take a moment to remember those gods who are all lost to us. The first for us is, of course, Gorm, the god of war bisected by Akek, the one who started off the War of the Immortals in the wake of his death. There are more that needs to be said, his death being widespread knowledge at this point. But going into the list of the lost, the first is one who we had only heard so much about at this point, Smaid, the pitiless dragon slayer. An Archon ephemeral lord who took on the call of the War of the Immortals to go on a spree to slay as many evil dragons possible. However, this drew the attention of the Hawk himself, and Smaid was quickly crushed. A fighter for good. Lost. Then is Storvenin, the Dragon Eagle, one of the oldest spirits still in existence. With a heavy connection to god callers aboard Sarkis, he sacrificed himself to protect Sarkis, with the remnants of the demon army attempting to reopen the World Room through Warshard. Storvenin sacrificed himself, flying away with the shard and exploding both it and himself, keeping his people free at his own cost. A spirit, a protector, lost. Next is Grundina, one of the sons of Toreg, the one who connected to the diplomatic side of Toreg's faith. He was the one who worked to broker peace instead of war. Blessed with a silver tongue and a golden heart, he did well to protect the Dwarven people. However, fate turned when a war shard dropped in front of the Dwarven city of Load. A shard which caught the eye of Otolmens, the primal inevitable which works to make sure the laws of physics stay consistent, and works to eliminate anything that would corrupt the universe. The inevitable determined the shard was one such hazard, and its corruption might have spread to the dwarves of Lord. So the inevitable tried to destroy the town, but Gwendina and his army of heroic dwarfs stood in his way, and when the dust cleared, both were gone without a trace. Whether death or banishment like we see with some of the later entries, the two are gone. A fighter of good and a fighter of order, lost to us. Then is Soanos, a warrior of nature's protection, son of Aristal, son of Jedi, and sister of Halkamor. The Azatha Imperial Lord hunted a dragon deity, in this case Gohaz, a deity of primal dragons and a new name for all of us. But the dragon is cunning, and he managed to lure the Hern god into a hole in the stars themselves, sending him beyond even the dark tapestry. A fight of good, lost to us. Next is a complex one, which cannot be expressed in one step. It's the loss of an entire pantheon. The Assyrian pantheon, a pantheon which has been worshipped by the northern parts of Garund, is one of the few pantheons which can be found on both Galarian and the distant planet of Earth. For reasons unknown, the god Thoth and Nethys fought, and Nethys emerged victorious, sending Thoth beyond the stars. But then came in the three witch deities, Girona, the deity of spite, Mestamon, the demon lord of witches, and Alazra, a deity of night witches. The three came in, attracted by the wall of energy left by the battle between Thoth and Nephthys, and used it to try to conduct some ritual. This is when the rest of the Osirian pantheon came in, to try to stop the ritual. However, it was Garona herself who would mess up the ritual, causing the three of them and the entirety of the Osirian pantheon to teleport far away. 3 fighters of evil and 1 entire pantheon lost to us. War of the Immortals brings it to an end with the Orc pantheon. The Orcs have always had a tradition where the gods are not to be worshipped but challenged, and the greatest Orc warriors are granted the right to challenge one of the standing gods to single combat on death. Zagreus, the Orcish god of death, was killed by Grask Olddeath, who stands to strengthen the ideas of hierarchy among even the stronger among the let me start that sentence over. Who stands to strengthen Grask Olddeath, who stands to strengthen the ideas of hierarchy even to stronger levels among the orcs. Caesarion, the Orcish god of fire, was killed by Mahaj the Firehair, worshipper of Serenray, and standard of a more Orcish idea of Serenray's values. And Lanishra, the Orcish god of slavery, was killed by Ulrich Reaversbane, who flips the script, a deity who focuses on building up the weak and improving the lot of the orcs. 3 fighters of evil lost to us. But then there's the Orcish god Verex, the god of greed. He is a special circumstance, as he was not beaten in combat, but instead he was poisoned by the influence of Rovagug, falling from godhood and instead becoming a mindless beast, the newest Tarask in a post-remaster world. He is not dead, but he is no longer one to be considered god, as much a target. And that closes out today's video. Thank you all for coming to the memorial for these lost gods. Next week it is December again. Time to examine the concepts behind the game itself. See you then.